suffering that we all share, because, and in fact, I was just talking about this the other day, it still seems unreal. It just doesn't feel like that really happened in Las Vegas. And so I think it's easy, and for me, to kind of block it out because of the enormity of the suffering, of the enormity of the tragedy, and how it's like, it was one thing to read about it when it was happening somewhere else. But this happened right in front of Mandalay Bay, right here on the Las Vegas Strip. I mean, that tragedy came home to us, right? And so you're one of many people out and have tried to put in words and in song a way of, you know, looking at that incident and honoring the victims, and at the same time saying, you know, the Vegas Strong slogan moving forward. Now, tell me what that night was like for you.
I actually had a concert that night. I opened up for Jacquees at the Wet Fest, and then everybody was messaging me saying, "Oh my God, are you okay?" You know, because they knew I had a concert. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. What's going on?" And I turned it on the television and started crying because there was people being shot at a concert. And the next day, I realized that 2 of my friends died in it. Actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really. Eric was one of them, and he was a security guard, and he was a good friend of mine. You know, a good supporter of my music. And Quentin, he was a basketball player at my high school, basic high school, and he passed away during it.
Wow. So you're a Las Vegas native, just like me. Did you ever think in a million years that this would happen here?
Yes. I do, because Vegas is just so universal in what's going on all around the world. You know, I just, you know, I knew something was going to come here.
Right.
I knew something. Because,
Right.
you know, it's end times. So I think it was definitely going to happen here.
Right. So what was your process when that evening? Did you immediately go and put the song together, or how did that happen?
Oh, well, I always had like this song called, you know, Stay Strong, and I'm always like an activist about being strong, you know, and standing up against hatred in the world and negativity, and learning how to build yourself from, you know, people cutting you down. And it was really a song about like bullying that I went through, but Stay Strong can mean so many things. And I had a show like two days after that happened, and it was for the Las Vegas Police Department at National Night Out. So I did that song. I wasn't going to do Stay Strong, so I did that, and I did a moment of silence for like about 2 minutes before I started that show.
Right, right. Now, have you been in touch with the families of those folks that were close to you that you lost?
Yeah, I got invited to both of the funerals. It was a very devastating year last year, you know. Yeah, they actually had a big gathering by my house because they have the B, you know, and they put a queue there for Quentin, and that will always be there by my house in my neighborhood to honor him.
Right, right. We're going to have Senator Pat Spearman on to come in the coming weeks. One of the things that she said at it was a rally to honor the union members at UMC and Sunrise Hospital who treated the wounded and the, you know, those folks who died that night. And she said that it's not now, it's going to be 6 months from now, when because right now people are still running on, she said, the adrenaline of what happened, or maybe even in denial. It's going to be that silent night of 6 months, a year from now, when the enormity of the situation really comes home. Yeah.
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 It's a shame. It really is. It's a shame. But you can't let people win. You can't let the devil win when it comes to things like that. You have to continue going to concerts, and you have to continue going out there and making music, and I have to continue performing for people and performing and
Right.
going on a live stage and making people feel good with my music, because
Right.
if I don't, they won. You
Right.
cannot let evil win.
Right. Now, how did you get involved in the music industry?
Well, I kind of always had this dream when I was little. When I was 3, it turned to like a hairbrush and then to an actual microphone. I got involved, I think, my 8th grade year. I would like attend rap battles at school, and that's when I really was serious about it after this performance at Bear Claws, like my 6th grade year, I think. Wow. Or did it? Yeah.
He's
6th grade,
so
I don't remember.
old.
I don't know. But after that, I knew I was serious, because the reaction of the crowd really inspired me to continue making people happy. And I made a full album eventually, featuring Keisha Renee. She was just on The Voice, that song Stay Strong she's singing in, and she didn't win The Voice. I was devastated and hopeless after that, but she's still going. She's incredible. And after that, I just got involved with all these shows and going to Hollywood to fulfill my dream.
Wow. So what's your take on the music scene here in Las Vegas right now?
The music scene here in Las Vegas is actually growing, I think. There's not like record labels here anymore. That's why, well, there's never been. You have to go to LA for all that, but it is
There are some
growing.
studios. I mean, you've got the one
yeah.
at the Palms.
Uh-huh.
There are a couple of independent studios where people
Absolutely.
can actually record their own music.
Yeah, and that's where it starts, right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So how much stuff do you have out there on the internet right now?
I have 3 singles on iTunes, even though I have a full album under my belt. I'm waiting for my right time.
Right.
So 3 good singles out right now. The recent one's Hey Girl.
Right.
And the video comes out on Valentine's Day.
Oh, nice timing.
Right.
So how do you source your folks to help you shoot your videos, get them on social media? I mean, there's a whole process that goes on to getting your message out there.
I think the source, the first source, I think, is to have money. I mean, I worked and I went to a job and I saved up and I went to a studio and I recorded my own original music, and I think you have to save up your money for that if you want an original album, and then from there, hopefully one day, you'll get money from that, from your investment on yourself.
Yeah.
So it starts with having something in your pocket and turning it from there.
Right.
You
How
got to.
big a part does the internet play in getting your word out now?
Oh,
Social media.
Huge. The bad part about it is there's so much hate on the internet, but I love it. Bring it on, because that's what makes people talk about you. So I'm glad people hate on me.
Bring the haters on.
But yeah, the social network is a huge part of anybody's career nowadays. It's probably a little bit more easier than it was back in the day, because back in the day you would have to go physically everywhere to promote yourself. Now you could just one click and you could go viral.
Right.
Just one click away.
Yeah, right.
So it's good for
you've
some
actually
things.
been on other shows here at WWDB TV that have different audiences. And one of the things I always encourage my guests to do is to be on different shows, because like the ladies I had on, Denise Beckwith and Kim Bonecutter, their appeal for dog owners is something that crosses over to other shows as well. So it's really important, if you can find a way to get your voice out there and get on different platforms. It's really important. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
You have to market yourself. You have to go out there and you have to throw your tag around.
Right. Now, did you have people in your family who were musically inclined?
Actually, my great grandparents were. On my grandfather's side, they were like opera singers.
Wow.
So I don't know if that got to me and I'm a good singer because of that, or a good writer, or I don't know if there was any rappers though. Not yet, but I know there was an opera singer up the Tree of Life.
Right, yeah, somewhere there. Well,